It was a quiet October morning in the small town of Brooksville when Anna Whitaker found the ring. She had been cleaning out her late grandmother's attic, sorting through the brittle pages of yellow books and the scent of mothballs, when her hand brushed against a dusty velvet box beneath a pile of antique scarves. The box was small, elegant, and worn with time, its hinges creaking slightly as she opened it. Inside was a gold ring with a delicate band and a large, opalescent stone that shimmered like it held its own moonlight. The stone seemed to pulse faintly in the dim light, like it had a heartbeat. Anna had no memory of her grandmother ever mentioning it. Curious, she slipped it onto her finger. It fit perfectly. The attic light flickered. Downstairs, her phone buzzed. It was her best friend, Rachel Dean, texting her to remind her of dinner that night at the Hollow Oak, the town's only decent restaurant. Anna glanced at the ring again. The moment she slipped it on, a wave of warmth had spread up her arm. She figured it was just her imagination, or maybe her grandmother had a flair for jewelry after all. That night, as she walked into the Hollow Oak, Rachel immediately noticed the ring. "Wow!" Rachel said, wide-eyed. "Where'd you get that?" Anna smiled. "Found it in Grand's attic. It wasn't even in a jewelry box. Just sitting there like it was waiting." Rachel tilted her head, a curious expression crossing her face. "It's unique. Kind of old-fashioned, right? It almost looks like one of those rings from a Gothic novel." Anna laughed. "You're not wrong. It has this weird glow in the dark, too." They ordered their meals, gossiped about the upcoming town harvest festival, and talked about Rachel's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Tyler Jameson. Everything was normal until the next morning. Anna woke to police sirens just outside her apartment. She stepped out onto the porch and saw a small crowd gather at the corner of Birch and Elm Street. Rachel lived only a few blocks away. Her heart dropped. Rachel was dead. They found her in her kitchen. A cup of coffee spilled on the floor, her eyes wide open in shock. The official word was cardiac arrest. No foul play, no signs of struggle. But something felt off. The strange part? Rachel had texted Anna late the night before, just after they parted. The message read, "Hey, I just remembered something about that ring. You should probably..." It ended there, unsent, incomplete. Anna couldn't stop thinking about it. 3 days later, the local librarian, Geraldine Price, was found slumped over the front desk of the library. Same story. No signs of trauma. Another cardiac event. Anna's skin crawled when she realized Geraldine had seen the ring too. She had stopped by the library the day after Rachel's death to look through some of her grandmother's old donation records, hoping to find a clue about the ring's origin. Geraldine had admired it, even asked to try it on, just for a second. Anna remembered how the librarian's face paled the moment she touched it, and now she was gone too. Anna couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. She started researching. She dug through old newspapers, town records, anything she could find about the Whitaker family and her grandmother's past. Her grandmother, Eleanor Whitaker, had been a respected figure in Brooksville, a retired music teacher, kind and beloved by many. But buried in the archives of the 1960s, Anna found a mention of a woman named Lillian Holt, Eleanor's best friend growing up. The article described Lillian's mysterious disappearance and hinted at whispered rumors of jealousy and betrayal. There was no resolution, just silence. Lillian's photo was grainy, but Anna felt a chill run down her spine. On Lillian's hand was a ring, the same ring. Anna was starting to believe it wasn't a coincidence. That night, she had a dream, or maybe a vision. She was standing in a field, surrounded by fog, and a woman in a long black dress approached her. The woman's eyes were hollow, and her voice was like wind rustling through dry leaves. "You were what was stolen," the woman said. "Now the debt must be paid." Anna woke up gasping. The ring burned against her skin, hotter than before. She tried to take it off, but it wouldn't budge. It was as if her skin had grown around it. Panicked, she drove out to the edge of town, to the little cemetery where her grandmother was buried. She thought maybe if she left the ring at the grave, it would end whatever this was. She knelt, whispered prayer, and tried one last time to pull the ring off. No use. That's when she saw the man standing behind her, in the reflection of her car's window. Detective Paul Mercer had been investigating the recent deaths, but so far everything pointed to natural causes. Still, the pattern nagged at him. All the victims were connected. Through Anna, when he approached her at the cemetery, he noticed the shadows under her eyes, the trembling in her hands. She didn't look like a suspect. She looked like someone being hunted. Anna told him everything. The ring, the dreams, the deaths. To his credit, Paul didn't laugh. Instead, he nodded slowly and said, "There's someone you need to meet." He took her to a small bookstore near the edge of the woods, run by a woman named Hazel Boone. Hazel was a folklorist, a collector of stories, legends, and items that didn't quite belong in the world of reason. When Hazel saw the ring, she went pale. "That ring was forged in grief," she whispered. "It belonged to Lillian Holt. She and Eleanor were closer than sisters. But there was a rift, something terrible. Lillian was in love with the same man Eleanor ended up marrying. When he chose Eleanor, Lillian changed. She began studying the occult. They say she put a curse on the ring, a curse that would follow the trail like a shadow. Anyone who wore it after her would bring death to those closest to them." Anna was frozen. "Then why did my grandmother keep it?" Hazel looked at her with tired eyes. "Because she couldn't destroy it. She tried. Fire, hammer, even burying it. But it always came back." Anna's heart pounded. "Then how do I stop it?" Hazel's voice dropped to a whisper. "You don't. The curse doesn't end until it consumes what it feeds on. Your grief, your guilt. You have to confront it, not run." That night, Anna went home and sat in front of the mirror. She stared at the ring. "Lillian," she whispered, "if you're out there, come." The lights dimmed. The mirror fogged. And then she saw her. Lillian stood behind her, pale, angry, her fingers curling around Anna's shoulders. "You took what was mine," Lillian hissed. "He was mine." Anna shook. "I didn't take anything. I wasn't even born." "It doesn't matter," the voice rasped. "The pain lives in the bloodline." Anna closed her eyes. "Then take it. Take the ring. End it." The room turned cold. Her breath clouded. The ring burned hotter than ever. Then suddenly, cold, the weight lifted. When she opened her eyes, the mirror was empty. Her finger was bare, and Lillian was gone. The next morning, Paul called. No new deaths. No strange calls. Peace. Anna returned to the attic, found the velvet box empty. But there, on the table, sat an old photograph. It was her grandmother and Lillian laughing together, arms around each other. On neither of their fingers was the ring. Weeks passed. The town calmed. Anna found herself breathing easier. She even started volunteering at the library, helping to organize the archives. One day, tucked inside a forgotten journal,